everyone. Welcome aboard episode 6 of our World Tour series. Kind of like a baseball series. World Tour. World Series. Today we're piloting the CAL's DA-42 from Cordova. And finally, to Anchorage. Here's somebody starting up over there. We have been on our way to, well, we've been in Alaska for a while, but all the way up to Anchorage for, what, 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? So we've been in everything from a little 152 all the way up to a Vision jet trying to get up here. It's a lot further than it looks. So luckily the World Tour series is going to, we're going to attempt to fly around pretty much the entire world at some point over the next few years. So we're not in a rush, so we're trying to enjoy the views and sights and everything that 2024 has to offer, including terrible weather. If you've been with us from any of the earlier episodes, we were in horrible weather. This is the first time we're on live weather, and it's, I don't call it clear skies, but look, we can see, and a really nice sunset to boot too. Like I said, we're in the CAL's DA-42. I think I've got at least 6 hours in this thing now. In the past couple weeks, I'm having a ton of fun with it. If you are excited about this series and are interested in joining in some of our group flights together, feel free to hit that Discord link below, hop into our Discord, and you can plan some flights with us. And or if you are a viewer and you just want to have your flight plan flown, let us know and we can get it done. Generally, it's you know, it's pretty obvious where we just landed at, so take a look at any of the streams and they have the flight plans in there. Anyways, we've got myself. Cameron is putting together his new Thrustmaster pedals. I don't think he's going to be flying with us, but he'll maybe chatting with us. Myself, Dev, and Ron are the only ones in the Discord at the moment. I'm not sure if we're going to have anybody else join. Hopefully the participation increases a little bit here. Get back to our previous numbers of 7 or 8 people in these group flights. It's a lot more fun when there's a lot more people. They are waiting on me to stop talking and get started, so let's go ahead and jump back in the cockpit and get rolling. Okay, I'm back. I didn't say anything.
Yes, we were waiting on you to stop talking.
And you can't see it, but Dev is working on a little project that may or may not include the DA-42. Yes, you're always waiting on me to stop talking. Listen here, Cookie Monster.
I got a question for you, Knock.
What's up?
Are you gonna make a livery for your yourself for the Phoenix too?
For the Phoenix?
Yeah,
probably not.
Make your own little nocturnal airlines.
May take a Delta livery and throw some nocturnal or something on it. Just because we normally fly with the TDV. All right.
Talking that.
Pretty cool.
Well, it's a Delta livery, just with a little extra.
True.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Check our fuel levels. We are expecting about an hour and a half flight or so, a little less than 200 miles. So we've got plenty of fuel. We are going to have a 16,000 foot climb after our first touch and go over at PACV. The mountains in that area go all the way up to 13.5 or so. Okay. So it's a little interesting to see what that looks like from above and on a nice, mostly clear evening. So wonderful. And the winds are calm. All right, so let's go ahead and get the engine 2 and 1 started here. Fuel's on. Booster pumps. So right engine, wait for that glow plug on to disappear. And she should start right up. There she goes. Broken brick is set. Yeah, let's do the same for the left engine.
I vote for Dev to do a no flap landing.
A no flap landing?
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're going to put that simulated Bose headset on. It is so much nicer. Where are we doing the no flap landing at?
Do it at the Ted Stevens. Got a long enough runway.
Yeah, I got it. Got a huge runway there, so that might not be a bad idea. All right, local altimeter is 905. Of course. Okay. Stall heat fail is normal until we get some airspeed. Let's go over here to our flight plan. And let's go. I think you click into it, go down one, and then scroll. We are departing PACV. Enter Mudhole. And the runway we're going to depart on is 27. And our en route waypoints are going to be Papa Alpha Victor Delta. Sure. And Papa Alpha Alpha Quebec. Enter. Then the Ted Stevens is going to be Pancake, PANC.
Pancakes too.
So much nicer being able to just type that in. Let's see. Then I had scheduled, which runway was there? They do have, the winds are calm here at Mudhole, but over at Ted Stevens, Anchorage, it is like 4 knots. Well, it may have calmed down. It's showing 0 knots now, but I had 7 right selected earlier, so we'll continue with that. Enter.
I feel like that's a very sad way of thinking.
What's that?
You remember Ted Stevens by just the food of pancakes?
Oh, no, it's the acronym for it's the ICAO code for the airport, PANC. Pancakes.
Oh, I know it is. I just
The
never would have thought it.
approach. 7 right. Enter. Vectors. Minimums. Pull the chart up. Not that we're going to have an issue with it. We're most likely going to hand fly it, but we may hand fly the ILS at least. Charts over here on
You are nowhere to be found again.
Yeah,
I like being nowhere.
I was able to see you just fine a minute ago. I wonder if I can still see you. Alright, minimums are 332.
Dev, if you look at my stream, you're standing in front of my plane.
It's just bugged out. I'm actually on the move right now in my plane.
I see that.
1113 is correct.
I'm gonna have to run you over. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I'm about to run you over with my propeller. It's just a sacrifice that needs to be made.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, nothing personal. Alright, PACV to Pancake. En route, we have PAVD and PAC. And we are expecting runway 7 right. And the frequency was 1113, which I saw earlier, and it preloaded it into our nav2. So we are good to go here. Engine, let's make sure that we've got all of our de-ice fluid since it is in the middle of winter. We are looking good there. Controls are all free. But go to approach. Back to the nav screen. Get rid of this screen. And one nice little feature that I've done is get my mini FCU to control the autopilot. So runway 27 here. It has a runway heading of 275. So just like normal, you're not going to see me probably make some adjustments. But you'll see it on the screen. You won't see me, mouse over it. 275, we're going to go into heading mode. Now this is a little backwards. I think I got to push. There you go. From the Airbus. And then this first leg, I don't think we need to go very high. We'll start at 4,000 and see what that does for us. And we're going to depart at 1,000 feet per minute. Then we'll go into FLC mode once we get in the air. Actually, can I preset that on the ground? What happens if I...
That was like
Yet.
Were you looking for
Vertical
that?
speed. Trying to see if I could do FLC on the ground. What's pit mean? I don't know what pit means.
You should be able to. I think you can.
Okay, how do I do that? Oh, it's this button. There we go. I had to remember which button it was. So FLC, and then we'll do 120 knots. How about that? There we go. That way we don't have to worry about climb rate. Although we won't really be able to follow the flight director initially because it's going to want us to speed up first. Our flight director. Reset our views here. Get everything up and settled. And should have had our position and strobe lights on earlier. Whoopsies. We can get all of our internal lights on for you guys watching this stream. I know it's a little dark, but mainly because we're staring at the sun right now.
I don't believe strobe is supposed to come on until you're on the runway.
Yeah, it's not. But with these, I don't have a beacon, so I'm treating it as my beacon.
Oh, I thought the position always acted as your beacon.
Well, does it? Let's see.
I
Is there a
thought it did.
flashing
Unless I'm
position?
going absolutely insane.
Position is normally
I think he's
just. I don't see anything flashing. That could just be because it's daytime.
I don't either, but I've always thought you should not turn the strobe on until you're on the runway.
I've heard both sides, so we're gonna go strobe just so that it's very obvious that the engines are running. It's not like it's blinding anybody. And we'll go ahead and
I
get
can't
our.
see anymore. I'm blind.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, Peter. I guess you. Sorry, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. All right, I think I see everybody, which is nice. I don't normally get that opportunity.
I see everyone except you.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, confirmed gear is down. Go ahead and pop the brakes off. And I think we're good. So we're going to be departing runway heading, and then we'll join the nav track. In the first airport, looking at the terrain here. Oh, 4,000 feet's not going to be good enough. We're going to need to do at least 6, maybe even a little higher. Go 7.
I'm going 7. Don't feel like risking it.
Yeah, let's go 7. Heading FLC 120 knots. Heading is set to 275, which is runway heading, and 7,000 feet. Okay. All right, I'm ready if you guys are. Just got to make sure this thing is nice and warm. It is really cold here right now. And runway 25 is going to be to our left, I believe. Or 27, sorry. All right, here, nothing. Let's go. It doesn't appear to be a full taxi, so we're going to have to... Well, I don't know. Let's see what this looks like over here. We may not
I was
just
just going to
not
do an
be-
intersection.
Yeah, you got 7,500 feet here, so we got plenty of room, but... Poke our nose out over here and see what it feels like. Well, this taxi looks like it could be kind of neat. Random little patch of snow. I think this is a taxiway. Looks a bit more like a road, but it's kind of a cool little taxiway right here. So we're going to take it just for the fun of it. A little preview of the mountains around us. And if this, for whatever reason, is not a taxiway, I guess we're going to have to put our snowshoes on. Is that water? Looks like it shows water on the runway. Like the side. Like ice. Alright, our temperatures are in the green just barely, so we're going to be okay. By the time we get down here, yeah, it looks like this does connect, so that's good. Alright, well, I don't see anybody. Are you guys just not moving, or have you disappeared? Oh,
I'm on the runway.
strange. It's like the snowplow came through here and cleared one little section for us, and that's about it. Alright, I am clear on approach. You guys on the runway?
I am,
No.
yes.
I'm texting out.
Me too.
Are you coming to the end, or are you doing the intersection with F? Just so I
I'm
know.
going to the end.
Okay. See Devron. And Peter has disappeared. Oh, there he is. Just popped up. Alright, well, we'll do a quick run up. 50%. Make sure everything's happy. No issues.
Are we good to go?
Yep, have at it. Peter just pulled off the side, so... Ron, you just pulled past me, right? Yes,
I
okay.
do not see you.
Well, I
Likewise.
see you in two places, so that's why I was asking. I should be right in front of me. Alright, I'm moving, Def. 50%.
I'm not off the runway yet, but yes, I'm moving too.
And stable, full power.
Alright, rotate.
I forgot to check Jim trim's good.
Oh, slight crosswind.
And rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Here's what I was talking about. That flight director's going to want us to nose over a little bit, but we got to get out of the terrain first. Look at that sunset. That's beautiful.
Hey, Ron, did you take off yet?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
And there's 500 feet. Flaps up. And let's nose over and get some speed here. And we want a heading bug over through the nav track.
Just fixing my flight plan. So, we're gonna make it to Anchorage today?
Yep.
Whoa. My whole plane shut down.
Uh-oh.
That happens to me all the time, don't worry.
Okay.
So that's a mountain right in front of me.
Yep, I'm just trying to climb at the moment. Let's go back. Put it closer to 110.
It says low volts. Is there something else I should be on?
Alternator.
Alternator.
And we're still running at 100% power, and I don't think there's a time limit on that. Gears up, confirmed up, flaps up.
Where would the
Confirmed
alternator be?
On the 62, I think it's on the left. Under
Oh.
the little air vent.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Okay, I am confident we're going to make it over this. So let's go down to 92% power.
I do not have the confidence you have.
I'm still climbing out 1,000 feet per minute, so bumped it down to 110 on the FLC. That helped. Probably should have flown through that little gap over there, but
That's where I'm going.
winds are calm, but these mountains, of course, have their own weather.
Thank you for the alternator.
Yep.
Point of reference.
Let's see, yeah, it needs to be GPS.
All right. I climbed over the mountains, going back to 92% power.
It was probably a
I love VidX so much.
horribly illegal departure there, but
Oh yeah,
man, these
totally.
mountains look amazing from here. This is cool.
FAA, we wouldn't do any of this.
Nope, that's the simulator's for. Get ourselves in sticky situations so we know if we ever find ourselves accidentally in that situation in real life, we know how to get out of it. Theoretically.
I want to reiterate the accidentally part.
Still getting bounced around a bit here, but climbing really nicely. It looks like we got a little bit of a updraft. I'll be at 7,000 very soon, this rate.
Yeah, I'm at 4,600 right now.
Climbing to 1.6. Right?
No, 7,000.
7,000
thank
for
you.
the initial, and then after our touch and go at PAVD, PAVD, we'll climb to 16,000.
10.4.
And that is because the mountains near the nav track are around 13,000 feet. Okay, I am going to FLC over to 120 because I want to be out of the white arc there. Just for the comfort. And I don't see any immediate dangers in front of me right now. Off to my right, there's some, but that here. Let's go look what it feels. Look, let's go be a passenger for a minute. There we go. Now that's about the best view in the world right now.
Now, what's not best view in the world is if you look in front of you, there is no pilot.
I'm just back here with my Gatorade bottle. This would be a really roomy airplane if you were just in it by yourself. And honestly, I mean, running this thing really isn't that expensive in the grand scheme of things. I mean, crews were burning, what, 10 to 12 gallons per hour of Jet A, which is usually cheaper than 100 low lead. So let's call it $5 a gallon. So 50 to 60 bucks an hour in gas.
Hey, if we all pitch in, it makes sense.
Exactly. You get two people. I mean, it's not too bad. And then you think of the fuel mileage. So, yeah, you burned 12 gallons of fuel, but you went 150 knots.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's really, fuel economy is pretty good in this thing. Getting, what, 12 miles per gallon or so? Probably a little bit better at cruise. So I think people were talking about 178 knots or so burning, I think it was 13 gallons. So 13.7 gallons, 13.7 nautical miles per gallon of Jet A. That's pretty good. All right, I am at cruise. Let's go ahead and pull power to, I'm going to leave it at 75% today.
You don't want to cruise at 92? Since it's 1 cent more expensive?
Well, so that was based off one random person's calculation on that form. I have not actually done the math yet. Well,
True.
but that was also at 16,000 feet. He was doing those numbers, or 13,000
Fair
feet.
point. Alright.
So at
And
this altitude,
7,002, then I'll go down a little bit.
yeah, at 7,000, I'm going to do 75% load, and then when we get to our 16,000 cruise, then I will do we'll do 90, and see what that feels like. I mean, Dev and I have done quite a few IFR flights in this thing now, and you can basically just treat this as like an airliner. I'm very, very close to going on VATSIM with it, honestly. Can you do the radios here?
Radios, there's a COM 1 on both of the PFDs and MFDs, and just tune back the regular radio.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the nav, not the comm. I was like, wait a minute, I can't do... 3 decimal points, but I was looking at the wrong panel. Whoopsies. Okay, makes sense now. Guess so. VATSIM would not be too difficult. Are these tied together? Yeah, they are. Okay, so you can only store. You could get 4, I guess.
You can get 4 frequencies, yep. Which is the same you can do in the Phoenix if you use both VHF radios.
Technically, oh, I forgot to. Technically, you get 6.
If you use VHF 3, but who uses VHF 3?
Yeah. Just not paying attention.
At that point, I just consider using VHF 3 bad practice.
I mean, if you're going in through Chicago Center when there's 6 centers you're going to be going through, maybe.
Yes, but you don't know what your next center is going to be.
I know. Well, you probably would if you knew knew the area really well. We didn't know because we are not familiar with Chicago Center enough to know, but I'm sure there is a very clear method to their madness that we just were not aware of.
I hope so, because otherwise someone's getting a wallop. That was insane.
This airport, what we might want to consider doing is going off to the east a bit. And there is the lake that we can dive down into. Robe Lake. Drag this over here real fast so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So the reason I'm saying that is because right here we got 5,400 feet for mountain range. So as soon as we get around this 65, we can hit Robe Lake and then descend down. The weather here is calm. So what we can do just to expedite things is come in from the south, do a left downwind for 2-4, touch and go, and depart and join the nav track straight to 16,000 feet. So let's try that. Everybody understand what I just said there?
Yes.
Not really.
We'll find out the hard way.
Okay.
That, we can just do that.
So we're going to be approaching the airport from the south. We're going to go perpendicular to the runway from the lake, and then you're going to do a right turn to be on the left downwind for, what did I say, 27? 24.
Yep, 2-4.
Okay, that works. That makes sense, actually.
And when we do our touch and go, we'll be able to hop back up in the air and hit that nav track. We may have to go out over Port Valdez for a little bit, though, to get some altitude, just simply because the terrain to the right is at 5,000, 6,000 feet.
Hey, I'm coming up to PACV, and I still see plenty of mountains in front of me. Don't know what the best course of action here is.
PAVD?
Yeah, PAVD.
I am showing green right in front of me here. And then black.
I'm just
underneath
thinking
it on
trying
the
to
terrain.
descend down into PAVD.
Once I get past this ridge I'm about to fly over right now, then I'm going to start my descent.
Alright.
You should be able to go down to like 5,400 or so. It'll be a slow descent and then
Sounds
just
good.
probably drop the gear to get down into it. What's up, Big Sierra? Long time no see, buddy. How are you? Evening. Big Sierra says evening, gentlemen. Cameron,
We're just
how-
doing a touch and go. Go
Yes.
at the next airport. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, I'm about to cross the ridge and start my descent in just a second.
Yep. Me too. I'm going to target that lake there, that Robe Lake. Not bad. Out cruising over the plains in my plane. Ah.
You're
My
gonna
plane's
target
plane.
the lake to be at 5,400?
No, I'm going to target the lake to be at 1,500 feet or so. So I can do.
Oh, okay.
But I got to navigate some mountains between here and there too. So.
Yep.
We're which plains plane are you flying over the plains of somewhere? I'm assuming in western central United States. That is a beautiful sunset. Okay, so that is 15, so it's about 7 miles. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I'm still in heading mode because I keep forgetting to put it in nav mode. All right, I'm just zigzagging through the airspace here. To the right here, and I should be able to dive over this ridge right here. And drop some
To
skiers off up
accomplish
here.
this descent, I'm basically doing flight level change and pulling my throttle back to 0.
There you go. Doing some unrealistic frontier ops in a 736. What got you flying frontier? Okay, we are going to be going down to, we'll start at about 4,000. Really, I should be having no issues getting down. And then we are going to go to FLC. Reset speed. Pull some throttle. Make sure we don't smack into this mountain right here. I don't think I've ever flown with a Frontier delivery. I don't know if I've even actually loaded into one.
I have the very nice. Frontier used to operate 737-200s, which is very similar to the 736.
Alright, so MSFS 2020 wins on these faraway mountains. I don't know why they have such a small LOD distance on these mountains, but those look like crap.
It's terrible.
The mountains to my left look incredible, and then the mountains in front of me look like they're from 2010.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. Some of these look like straight out of FSX, and then this looks like next generation. There's gotta be a setting we're missing.
Something. Alright, I got eyes on the airport.
It didn't look this bad in trailers. Yeah, I do too.
And I kind of wonder if they just knocked down the stream rate until everything gets stabilized, which I would think they were pretty stabilized at this point, but what do I know?
You would only hope.
Yeah. And yeah, their liveries are great. They have animals on them, and the planes are named after set of... Oh, the planes are named after the animals? That's cool. I didn't know that. I have seen some of their liveries with the animals. So I have spent a great deal of time in airports. It's going down to 1,500. I love having actual hardware to turn altitudes and heading bugs.
I've gotta set that up. I keep forgetting to.
I am actually low enough. I'm going to go straight to a left base for 2-4. The chart made this feel a lot more cramped than it actually turned out to be. I believe that's a glacier right there in front of us. Big glacier run right there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is not nearly... You have plenty of maneuvering room.
Yeah, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I'd be, you know, it feel pretty cramped if you were down in here in a jet or something. But I mean, I'm cruising at 170 knots right now, and don't feel cramped at all. Well, I'm gonna have to really start slowing down.
I don't know, in a light business jet, you still might be fine. Even a small 7.3. If you came out through over the lake.
We're gonna be using our landing gear here to help slow us down. Our landing gear extension of 188 or so, so no problems there. And autopilot off.
We're just touch and going, not full stop, correct?
Yep. Fed those props, get a little extra speed. Let off, and we're looking for approach flaps. And there they are, approach flaps. And we're going to do an approach speed of 90 knots. Start pulling that trim in. Landing lights are on. Here, turn them off. And we are on a left base for 2-4. There's some weird, like, lights going on over here. This guy's got like a tiny little strip for himself right in the face of a mountain.
Wow.
Crap, I'm landing in the wrong runway again.
2-4 is,
How do I keep it?
I don't know, 2-4 faces the direction you're going to be landing. All right, left turn to final. Runway 2-4. That's a pretty nice approach.
We're about to have a head-on collision.
Minimums.
Minimums. Continue. We're coming in very steep. Somebody on the ground there. Who's that?
It's someone random.
Yeah, it's Upgrader 8719.
Cargo plane.
Nice. It's very smooth. All right, brings power back in. We are in approach flaps, so
I don't know about you, but it was a little bumpy for me going through the valley.
it was bumpy, but
And
nothing uncomfortable.
it's getting rocked back and forth, but not too bad.
So we're gonna continue on the runway heading here. Go into heading mode, and then we're gonna do 16,000 feet. And FLC.
We're going up to 16.
20. Flaps can come up. Yeah, 160. Go autopilot. Heading autopilot, yaw dampener over FLC 90 knots. Let's move that up to 110. Get out of this valley here. And we're on a runway heading here. Till we get above these mountains to our right. Unless I can shoot through this little gap right here. We'll see. Might put us in a sticky situation there.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here.
I'm looking. There's a valley off to my right here, which I'm waiting to get eyes on it before I decide to shoot it through there.
I see the same valley. I'm just in front of you. I'll take a look really quickly.
Oh, I think we can get out of there. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Biscuit for the biscuit. Right turn.
The valley does end pretty fast, though, it looks like.
It's big enough for us to do turns if we need to. But, I mean, the rate I'm climbing right now, honestly, I think I could clear the mountain right in front of me here. This thing climbs like a champ at 100% power. Those
It
new
really
engines.
does.
Theoretically, there's nothing that prevents us from running at 100%. It's just the 92% is based off of the airframe with the older engines running at 100%. Because the newer engines have a little bit more horsepower.
Looks like I'll be able to make it out of this valley just fine.
Yep. As soon as I can take a left turn, I will do it and join the nav track. In fact, let's bump it back down to 105 on the FLC here and get us a few more feet per minute that climb. make it through that little gap right there.
Are you going through the valley?
I went through that valley to the right, and I'm shooting up over the ridge in about 30 seconds here. I just want to see if we could do it. May not have been even remotely the fastest way to do it, but it was fun. I haven't ran this thing at 100% load before, so I wanted to see what it could do. Like on an extended climb. See, these mountains look so good when you're right next to them. Okay, we are out of any sort of immediate danger. I'm going to go to 92%. And we can go ahead and go to 120 on the FLC. A little bit of a crosswind, 15 knots or so. There's that big red mountain range we're going to be climbing up over right there. I wish they would let us pan with just using the little mouse on the Garmin's. Now what we can do is we can hit. Actually, there's going to be plenty of time to set on this right here.
It does give you a mouse, but it's a little finicky.
Yeah, you get the little. Yeah, like it'd be nice if I could just click and drag.
Yeah. One day.
Somebody make a mod for it, please.
I mean, theoretically, the Garmin is just HTML.
Theoretically, yeah. It probably is just a on-click JavaScript.
If you just inject a canvas element into that, you could probably pretty easily add a drag function.
Probably. I have not actually been to 16,000 feet with this thing yet. Okay, I am coming up on.
Yes, we have.
I haven't. I don't think.
I thought we went up to test the max cruise altitude one time.
I don't know
could
if I
be
ever got the
completely
max. I could be wrong though. My memory is terrible. There's one pretty sunset. It's nice and extended up here in Alaska right now. Though it's going to get real dark real soon. What was the click spot to turn on all the lights in the overheads?
Middle of the airspeed gauge.
Okay. Doesn't really do anything right now, but eventually it's going to be useful.
You can also turn them all on individually at the top.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where the hotkey was, but for everyone watching on the stream here, it's going to be useful here in a few minutes. Although the colors
Imagine
on the
doing this
stream
in
are
a
actually looking pretty good.
172.
Oh gosh. I'd be horrified to be climbing out over these mountains on 172 with a single engine.
Although
a 152 with no synthetic vision.
these are the mountains where we should do that campfire
Yeah, right.
at night.
Look at this like lake down here off to our left. This is wild looking.
Microsoft Walking Simulator and Hiking Simulator 2024, as well as
Okay.
Boating Simulator 2024.
Well,
Seriously.
we were over in that area you recommended. Was it you, Peter, that was talking about the over near Providence where we were flying around?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that island over there, but that little strip was literally like a
Cuddy
perfect
Hunk.
example.
Right, Cuddy Hunk
Cuddy Hunk? Yeah,
or Muskeget.
it was Cuddy Hunk. That is a perfect little island to pop out the little campfires.
Yeah.
Because it strips right on the water, and yeah, like especially if you do go out there and land right in the middle of summer, it'd be nice.
"2024 Sand Flea Simulator."
Camping simulator.
Yeah.
Hey, eventually they're gonna incorporate farming simulator, Grand Theft Auto, all that
Oh my
stuff
gosh.
into one open world, and you know it'll be like ready. Have you ever read the book Ready Player One?
I didn't read it, but I did watch the movie.
See, the movie is terrible compared to the book.
Really?
I would highly
Compared to the
recommend.
book?
I would highly
Interesting.
recommend
Okay.
reading the book.
Okay.
So
cool.
so hot take. I do not want one big game that does everything. I feel like games should be specialized in what they do.
Ugh.
I don't think having everything encrypted into one open world is a good thing. It's like
That's
jack of all trades, master of none.
Sure, but what if
it might break your computer?
what if hardware and software weren't an issue? What if it just
Ooh.
worked perfectly like real life?
If it just worked perfectly and we wouldn't compromise on anything in our flight somewhere, then that'd be fine.
Yeah.
The problem is, I feel like if we had everything integrated, farming simulator would be dumbed down, flight simulator would be dumbed down, etc.
Well-
Just so on and so on.
My idea would be it runs perfectly. Where is this location? We are in Alaska. Let me pull the charts over and I'll show you exactly where. So we are up at we're heading to Anchorage. So actually we're just due east of Anchorage right now in those mountains over here. Overlaps Anchorage. What are these called? Is there a name? Columbia Glacier, Harvard Glacier, Yale Glacier. It's the meeting of the minds for the glaciers apparently. You hit Port Wells, go up College Forward, and go to Harvard or Yale, whichever one you want. Columbia. I think that would take care of you there. And we're climbing up 16,000 because that mountain in front of us is at 13,500 or so. That sunset's just making it look pretty too, so you know. Details. Now these glaciers actually look really good. It's kind of cool seeing these glaciers in the sim. Like you know, it looks like one giant big long runway,
Oh, that gives me a bad idea.
and it shelves off
It
over
really
here.
does.
You can see where the glaciers have broken off. So, you know, it'd be kind of cool if you had like little boats or something down there where people were watching the glaciers pop off.
Yeah.
This is specifically
terrifying.
Columbia Glacier and Columbia Bay, so sorry for moving my head around. I'm just looking at the charts. So yeah, you can hear that we got that Bose headset simulation, which makes flying so much more comfortable. Every GA airplane should have that integration.
I mean, most do, to be fair.
The only other one I've really used it in is the A2A Banshee.
That's.
And
Oh yeah, you're right. I
the,
guess that is the only other one.
And the
The Black Stores have
Flight
it.
Effects. Do they?
I swear they would, or they did. I could be completely mistaken, but I think they do.
I haven't. I don't recall using it, but it's been a little while since I've flown a Black Square product too. So, the Vision Jet has it as well. I think that was the first one that ever had it, and then it was like, oh, this is so nice. I can actually hear. And then it would sound pretty good on VATSIM. You know, oh, speaking of VATSIM, the one thing that drives me crazy about 24 is we were promised. Wait, am I icing up? No. I don't
I'm
think
not,
so.
and I'm at 13.8.
Yeah, it just looked like it from the shadows.
Were you gonna say beyond ATC?
Just a reflection. Okay, so at some point, Sobo promised shared cockpit by default.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm concerned because they can't even get our airplanes to pop up on the same screen for each of us. So I imagine that our shared cockpit dreams are probably going to get ruined again. I don't understand why it's so hard for them to do this.
Flight Sim 2028.
Yeah,
Not even.
Flight Sim 2054.
Don't give them more ideas for more flight simulators. They need to commit for once.
Yeah, I think they've got the graphics nailed enough. Oh, is that Dev? Yep, Dev just flew over me. The graphics nailed enough in this sim that they need to just stay here for 6 to 8 years, get everything working, and then in like, I don't know, 26 start working on their next sim. Not 26, like 28.
Or 36. I want to see them really just dial it down.
You know they've already started working on the next sim.
I sure hope not, because they got 2 sims to carry now, and they're doing a
Yeah, I
okay
know.
job at this one.
Yeah,
Hopefully as we
okay,
get
it's
in-
a little bit generous.
Hey, this is running way better than 2020 ever did on launch.
That's fair.
Now that we got your
It
situation.
also has a monumental amount of bugs.
See, okay, at least it's not crashing. I can handle bugs as long as I'm not constantly
I
crashing.
can handle bugs. What I can't handle is a multiplayer system that works less, an SDK that barely works, textures that don't work, and LEDs that, for some reason, look like they're from 2008.
So I put mine on low LOD, and you should look at the screenshot I put in the Discord.
Oh, I'm
It looks
scared.
really bad.
See, this is max. I'm on max graphics right now, so it's
That's cool.
kind of
What
depressing.
happens if I pump the terrain LED?
See, I got it maxed out on mine, and it's kind of disappointing that something that's only a few miles away is kind of blurry. I'm like, well, I could really go for like here should still look pretty sharp, and then okay, out here I can understand being blurry because that's another like 10 miles away. But it would be
I'm
nice
100%
if that
sure
were the
Rex
case.
has already started working in a payware mod to fix that.
Oh, I'm sure. All right, we are coming up on 16,000 feet, and we're going to cruise. We're just going to leave it at 92% power, actually. Just see what she does. What kind of speeds we get. I got a little bit of a headwind. Probably about a 7-knot headwind or so. And a 7-knot crosswind. Let's see what she does. Just confirm everything. Maybe we can turn some of these lights off. Oh, I did get GSX installed. I haven't tried it yet, though. But at least it's not, knock on wood, causing any issues at the moment. Haven't done anything with it, though. Alright, so I'm burning 16.4 gallons per hour, so it's a little high. But let's see what kind of speed we get out of it before we, really decide on that. I'd like to see what my true airspeed is. I'm at 182 right now, which is pretty darn good. But yeah, VATSIM on this thing, if you're rocking, you're not scared to burn some fuel, be able to get up there at 90% load is, you make some decent progress.
I think we should consider using VATSIM for some of these group flights, just because this multiplayer works so poorly.
Yeah, we can. The only thing I just want to be sure of is everybody's comfortable doing that is joining it. So
That's a good point. We could also just keep our regular multiplayer on as well, for people who don't want to
Yeah.
VATSIM.
honestly, I mean, VFR and VATSIM is. I mean, would we even? Most of the time, we wouldn't even talk to anybody unless they were at the airport. We're going to.
Yeah. I don't think, generally I think it's only landing and takeoff that you really have to worry about it in Class B airspace.
Unless we have an IFR plan, which would be a different story. But I was thinking just
Yeah.
everything we'd be doing would be VFR.
Ooh, okay. Looks like MCDU's pre-orders going to start opening up soon, and hopefully they'll be shipping by the end of the month.
Ooh.
What is it?
Wing Wing is making MCDUs and FMCs
Oh,
for the airliners.
cool.
7374, 777, and A320.
Sweet.
It's gonna be very nice. I'm gonna have to reconfigure my entire simulator.
Yeah, yeah, but there's no way I'm not getting one just for that. The amount of times I punch stuff into the McDo, it would be so amazing to have a physical one in front of me.
Oh, absolutely. Would be kind of cool is if I could somehow mount it to my chair.
It does appear they're going to be including mounting kits, so you could probably put some aluminum extrusion on the side of your chair.
Yeah, I could do something like that. I like the owner's manuals in the back of the airplane here.
Yeah,
So
the
we got
owner's
a-
manual is completely customizable too.
Oh, for graphics?
Yes.
So I have a true air speed of 182 knots, which is pretty darn good. Burn 16.4 gallons per hour. Now, if we pull that back to, let's say, 90, which we save there, 16 gallons, so about half a gallon. I feel like the guy that was talking about 13 gallons per hour. So right now I got a true airspeed of 186. And divide that by 16 gallons per hour, 11.625 nautical miles per gallon. What were we at, 13 earlier at 75%?
13 at 75, yeah.
So, if you're doing a per hour calculation and distance, I guess it's still, or distance. Well, no, I don't know how that guy got to a penny difference. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, Sebastian. How are you?
Either way, this plane's ridiculously efficient.
Yep. Moving all the engines over to the Jet A is probably the best thing you could possibly do.
Yeah, these diesel engines, I mean, they're fast and reliable and efficient. Wow.
Yeah, between the diesel and the Rotax, with the being able to run on regular car gas.
Wait. The Rotax can run on regular car gas?
I'm pretty sure.
I did not know that.
Alright, so I am looking at this airport here. It looks like we're gonna probably want to dive down into this glacier valley right here at some point. How far away is that? Got 40 miles. Yeah, we're probably gonna want to start descending. So let's go on down to, stop it at 10 just to make sure we don't accidentally fly ourselves to the mountains there. And then let's go into FLC, and we'll go to 170. Let's go ahead and get our pull on that to get the nav mode to heading. And let's go heading mode. Probably a little early, but we'll get down to the mountains and fly along them. Fun. It's relatively smooth. Let's go up to 175. I have a 180.
How does how does FLC work again?
Flight level change,
FLC
so
takes-
it runs off of your airspeed that you have selected. So if you are cruising and you hit FLC, and let's say you're cruising at 140 knots, and you want to climb, FLC will come, or it will engage at 140 knots, and then you'll decrease it to 120, and your plane will climb at 120 knots.
Huh.
So it climbs based off, it's like a speed mode. It climbs based off your speed and ignores the vertical rate. And then if you are descending like I'm doing right now, I'll lift my power in and let it start descending at 180 knots indicated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got me descending at like 1150.
Cool.
without ever touching the power setting. And as we get into denser air, the vertical speed's going to change, while the airspeed will stay the same. That way, it keeps you safe instead of like setting it at 1,000 feet per minute, and then you get to 13,000 feet, and your plane is. You look down, you're at 75 knots. You're like, oh crap.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Flight level changes speed first, altitude second. Generally speaking,
I got
it
you.
will always try. It will always try to keep you at the speed you have selected before it will worry about what altitude you're at. So, for example, when you're going down, increasing your speed will make it descend faster because it's trying to pick up more airspeed by descending.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
As long as I don't get any major gusts of wind that rips my wings off. I'm enjoying
Don't
this
worry, I
ground
just
speed.
got one. I have totaled this airframe.
I'm enjoying my 212 knots of ground speed at the moment. Alaska's so big that these mountains don't look that big until you realize I'm going 200 knots and I'm barely moving.
Is this a touch and go?
Yep, this will be a touch and go.
Okay.
And then my flight plan was kind of goofed up there. If we go to flight plan,
I promise I'll land on the right runway this time.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Which one are we landing on?
7 right. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the final destination. I haven't picked this one yet.
Oh.
Let's see, I need to do a. Let's go flight plan. Oops. See, I need to delete. Can I delete this? Clear? No. Menu. No. I would delete a point.
Select it and
Clear.
click clear.
Uh,
What are you trying to
it's
delete?
blank. I'm trying to delete this discontinuity. What? I've got Navigraph logged in.
Oh no.
We'll log that back in real fast.
I would not put that code out there.
Yeah, it's a little late for that now.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to confirm it, so it's just. Oh, it's not doing anything. There's 10,000. I need to continue descending. Oh no, I've really borked it up now. What airport are we going to?
Papa,
PAAQ.
Quebec.
Oh lord.
What
Not
did
everybody
you
wants-
do?
I don't know.
Well, Flight Sim 2024. 4 more years. No more years.
I think we should all jump ship to X-Plane.
Enjoy.
I'm not doing it. Don't worry. The graphics are so bad and it's so hard to set up.
I'm stay in heading mode. And then we need to descend. I broke it.
We need to have a G1000 intervention with you.
Yeah. 15 miles out. Not too bad. Okay, as far as which room are we going? There is a 1-6 would work pretty well. We're kind of joining this. We could do this kind of a 45-degree entry onto the left-hand one for 1-6, and then touch and go and head on to Pancake.
Oh gosh, it's only been just a little over a month, and I already have 89 hours in this 2024.
Oof. I don't know how many I have. I can
That
check
didn't
real
take
fast.
long.
I'll check later.
How many did you have in 2020?
So I was somewhere around 2,000
Oh.
hours.
How many?
2,000.
2000. Okay.
I'm 1,556.
Alright, so Pank, we can follow the. I don't know if that's a lake or a glacier run right there.
I think you guys can see the. I think I can see the runway.
Probably. Yeah, I see the airport right there.
Yeah. Right above your attitude indicator.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little high, personally.
I hope not.
Ugh, you're a little young for that.
Okay. Okay.
And then, yeah, heading off. We'll head off down this way, off to our left here. Oh, guys, there's a bridge. There is a bridge.
Oh.
No, don't do it.
There's 2 bridges. We're gonna have to do some low-level flying, go under the bridge.
No, don't do it. It's
Yep,
not
no,
worth
we're
the
doing
risk.
it. No, we're doing it. What are we risking?
Dive,
Pixels?
dive. Wish you could see my thing right now.
Yeah. Big Sierra has got you covered, Dev. He said, I'm a little high, personally. Reactive 2025.
Ugh. Dang it.
I am going for the bridge. Overspeed.
I'm
Overspeed.
totally going to go for that bridge. We'll do this touch and go, and then have us a little fun. Lights on. Autopilot off. I'm joining the downwind for 1-6.
Oh crap! I'm landing at the wrong runway again.
You
No.
promised me you were going to do it correctly,
Okay, I'm correcting.
opposite-
I'm correcting.
opposite day.
and
Correct.
Under the bridge, under the bridge, under the bridge, and
hang on,
Dad.
how'd you find?
I died.
You died. Uh-oh. What bridge? Oh, wait, there's a bridge
One
down
to-
there.
Yeah, one over there. Yep.
Did you hit the bridge or did you hit an invisible wall?
All of it.
Mhm.
No, yeah, I think at the bridge.
I had
Shoot.
corrected course.
Guys, there's a bridge at the end of the runway.
Check
I
gear.
didn't notice it. I was talking about a completely different one, but we're going for it. Totally drop the gear so I can
Check
dive down.
Gear.
Well, my sim's all locked up. Well, guys, don't hit the bridge. That's probably it for me.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I
it's all
think,
locked up.
what do you call it? Did you try Shift Z?
Shift Z.
And then
That is a pretty tight.
I have a black
Area
screen
right
with
there.
a circle on the bottom
Oh.
right.
See that?
Ooh,
Okay, yeah,
you
this
really
bridge is
crashed.
pretty small.
okay,
You're not gonna make it.
500.
that's supposed to be the slew mode.
Abort. Abort.
Yeah, I do have a little bit. I am a little anxious considering what just happened to Peter. Okay, did you hit the bridge, or is there an invisible wall? That's good. That's the
No,
big question.
I hit the bridge. I think I hit my left wing.
I'm gonna do a full stop while I wait for you to respawn.
We made it.
Up.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
I cannot believe that.
like a boss.
like a boss.
Hey, did you say 2.6 or 2.8? Because I'm currently hovering over the 2.8 right now.
1.6.
Crap.
Look at that.
No? Nice.
Look at
Great.
that.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Land it.
even throw a little side slip in there while we're at it.
Minimums.
All right, guys. I will see you.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
And then there were 3.
Nice and smooth. Bridge flaps. Full power. Trim's about right. And let's get out of here.
In my defense, I thought you said 2.8. Don't feel like that one was my fault.
Well, mishearing it would be your fault.
Fair point.
Beautiful. You're absolutely right, Micah. All right, let's get to
All right,
Anchorage. We've
What
been
are
waiting
we
for
climbing up to
weeks.
this time?
I'm going to bridge altitude again. You know that bridge I initially was talking about. Gotta find it first. Here-ish.
All right, fine. I'll do the bridge too.
There we go.
FAA agent who's watching this was not my idea.
Still did it.
Fair point.
And some of these valleys, we could dive off these ledges and down through those valleys. Would be pretty cool. These mountains. All right, bridge, where you at? Power lines. Like how they just pop up last second.
So you know how we were talking about how they got the graphics nailed down? Well, there's now shimmering over the entire ocean. In between the trees. It's the anti-aliasing is really broken.
Yeah, there's shimmering on all the tree tops. That's one problem. I mean, if they've got the graphics down to like I would be perfectly satisfied if it continued. When it looks good, if that's what it looked like all the
Yes.
time. To clarify. Oh, where did my little bridge go? Oh, where could he be?
I'm taking that out of context.
Oh, wait. There it is. Bridge has been identified. Let's go.
I have a new quote for you.
What's that?
500.
The bridge has been identified.
The bridge has been identified. Hey, you know what? We need a bumper sticker.
Minimums. Minimums.
Ooh.
Bridge has been identified. I have hit my minimums. That's always funny that water's not flat in the sim sometimes.
Yeah. It's like how hard is that to actually implement a flat water system?
I don't know.
Probably very hard when you're a curved globe, but still.
Well, I mean, okay, you're 0.00001 degree of curvature.
You know what? Fair point, actually. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm not going to say anything, though.
There
I
are
don't
power
wanna hurt
lines
the
over
egos
here,
of
and
Slobo anymore.
I'm just hopeful that there is not invisible power lines that I
Hey.
smack into.
This bridge, there's only a portion of it that's the bridge. And it looks very small, too.
It's gonna be tight.
It's a mound. Oh, oh, you're on a different bridge. Oh, crap.
It's kind of hard to see the bridge with the way the graphics are here.
Whoa, I did it. Okay.
Pull up.
Oh, it's a double bridge.
Uh-oh.
Yeehaw.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I
Pick
get
a
some of those
lane.
night
There
city
it
lights.
Whee!
All right, Anchorage.
At least the cars are on top of the bridge this time.
Run, tell us where to park the car.
The cars were under the bridge last time.
Alright, I'm FLCing to 5,000.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it low.
Okay, I'll keep it low at 80 feet.
3004 is the altimeter. I just cheated on the code there. And then we're gonna go to 1,000.
I'm gonna go 800.
We're just gonna follow this road. Pull back to 9% power. A little VFR action here until we get up to our approach for runway 7.
Jeff, do you have a pencil?
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Yes. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Okay.
Runway 7 right. 7 right.
That was uncalled for.
Everybody
Oh,
on
I don't
7
think so.
right. Just make sure
I
everybody
think we-
understands. 7 right.
I think it was
Not left.
perfectly called for.
Do have the ILS dialed in, but we're just gonna hand fly this thing in.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Doesn't that look cool?
Makes me jealous of people who do this every day. Oh, there's an airport right next to us. Yeah, we're about to have some fun. Actually, we've landed at that airport before in 2020 because the amount of airports in this area, we're going to be able to almost treat Anchorage as a home base and just go have some really interesting flights. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, using Anchorage as like a home base to come back to every night could be kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. Because we have, it's kind of fun looking at the scenery right now, and then remembering the flights that we've done here in 2020, and just how different it does look now.
I don't think I was around for your 2020 flights in Anchorage.
Oh, I have ice on my tail.
Do you?
Yeah, let's go ahead and.
Oh yeah, I do too. Check the debugger.
I'm just going off the visual. I'm gonna go ahead and crank that icing to max. Try and get rid of that. Now this is not a anti-ice or a de-ice, it's just an ice prevention, so it's not the most effective for getting rid of the existing ice, but at least we are getting rid of it. It's so cool actually visually seeing that go away. Window's okay at least.
Remember, you don't want to use max for too long.
Oh, I know, but I mean, we're almost to the airport. And I'm not paying for the fluid. Maxim
Fair point.
Aviation is paying for the fluid, not me. Oh wow, this waypoint is wee woo, like the Minions.
I've never seen that movie before.
Oh, cannot go wrong with the Minions, man. You gotta go watch the Minion movies. Despicable Me, all of those.
It's a classic.
They're fantastic, man. I love the Minions. I giggle like a little kid whenever I go watch those movies.
I know, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, back to our discussion earlier about Ready Player One, though. I mean, if we could have an environment that was actually like Ready Player One, where, you know, everything worked just fine. Everything was individually programmed. It worked perfectly.
Yeah, we're getting to the Star Citizen territory right now.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. And that stream looks really... The colors actually look pretty close. It's a little washed out on the stream, just a touch.
Yeah.
But it's not like super dark or anything, which is nice compared to how it normally ends up looking. Let's pull it up on my second monitor over here. I think it's running at 1440p. Now, we're going to have to bust out a float plane at some point.
That'd be cool, except we only have one float plane, and I would be very scared to take it out in here.
That's alright. If we die, we die.
Fair
It's
point.
Alaska. What's life without a little risk?
I'd actually like to see how the float physics are in 2024, since the float physics in 2020 were terrible.
I don't think they've improved any.
No.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason we only have one payware float plane, and I don't think it's because floats are good.
Man, if we had the Beaver, I'd be actually kind of excited. If they would ever get the marketplace planes in there.
Oh, you know they'll do it, whether it works or not.
Man, I love the city lights in this sim. That just looks so good. They did a really good job with the city lights. So I'm heading for a downwind for 7 right. Runway 7 right.
Okay, 7 right. Make me pull up the charts.
I have no idea what the intercept altitude is supposed to be, so we're going to cut it short once we get that glide slope. Oop, getting slapped around a little bit.
I actually know PANC pretty well since I land here a lot. So I think I'll be able to get this one.
There's an ILS here.
Yep, 7.
Oh yeah, this is a big international airport.
Yeah.
This is a massive FedEx hub.
I've landed here in some really crappy weather before. Hey, this island out here in front of us, I think, if I remember correctly, and I may have to poke some fun at Tommy on this one because there was like a ramp off this island over here. And Tommy may or may not have like tumbled off of it in a very hilarious fashion.
That's
I'll have
great.
to go dig that video. It was one of the early streams back in the early days. Which, speaking of Tommy, we need to see what's going on tomorrow night. We may end up having to do some Friday night ops.
I want Friday night ops. Friday night ops are so good.
Yeah, we are getting close to being on the downwind for 7 right.
I'm gonna set up an OBS for 7 right, so I have no excuse.
It should
What is
be
the
111.3. Oh,
What is it? 111.3?
111.3. That was Hammer that we just passed. And we'll get on that downwind for 7 right whenever we get about 2.5 miles out from it. There's going to have to be an Anchorage trip in my near future. Do one of those Alaskan cruises or something like that. We really didn't burn all that much gas tonight, at least.
It's funny you said that just as my right fuel and left fuel low borings came on.
We've really only been running for a little over an hour, and full speed like this. But I do love the fact that we could run this thing at 90% load pretty comfortably. No issues on temps or anything. All right, there's the 2.5 miles.
I doubt there's much IRL GA traffic at Anchorage.
Got it. All right, there's the glide slope, so we're going to go a little bit past that so we can intercept it. But I am heading on a 250. And then we'll go ahead and start pulling this power. This is a commercial airline approach, so it's long. Hold to 50%. All right, left turn. .170. Lights are all on. See, there was a ramp at the end of this. I think that's a runway right there. Yes, I don't know how pronounced it is. It might be enough. Might just be enough. It's not as significant as it was in 2020, though. So 45% power, still left turn. Catch that localizer. Go into approach mode here. Approach mode. Oh, shot through it. Oopsies. Gear 1, flaps, approach. Should correct for us here. Is in roll mode, not approach mode. It's interesting. Localizer. There it goes.
That was weird.
I don't know why I went into roll mode. Kind of screwed me up, though. It's okay, we got it fixed. And let's go full flaps. Gear down, lights are on, and flaps are full. Oh, we were supposed to do a no flap landing here, weren't we? Pull some power and pull those flaps back up. Let's see what that feels like in this thing. One thing I haven't done yet. There's a massive adjustment on the trim there. We're gonna do a 100 knot approach.
500.
500. How about us? Gear down through green. Gear check. Flap check. Up the flaps. Always a little bumpy over these trees.
Minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Continue. We have a long runway here, so I need to rush to get her down. Pull that power. It's probably going to sink like a rock. Oh, no. It's going to be very floaty, actually. There you go. Now it's sinking. Ooh. Didn't even know we were on the ground. May have been a tail strike in there somewhere, too. I have no idea what that landing rate was because I do not have Volanta turned on. Dang it. I think that's the GA up here on the right, if I remember correctly. Got a taxi for 2 miles here. You can ride a wheelie all the way back. There we go.
Where's the GA?
I think I'm right next to it here. I was just doing a wheelie in the airplane. Just continue on down, take the Foxtrot. Passed it because I couldn't slow down fast enough because I was too busy doing wheelies. All right, turn.
I was trying to do a wheelie and I accidentally took off.
You gotta find that little sweet spot. About 55 knots or so, I think's where it started working. Looks like a good enough spot right here, right next to the cars. This is where Ron parked the car. Welcome to Anchorage, boys. Finally.
We did it.
I feel like it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks worth of flying.
I mean, we're on episode 6, so yeah, about 4.
Oh, that's funny. All right, flaps are up. Push button to come off.
First two are quite difficult.
Yeah, we didn't get very far on those.
Eh.
Next step, RJAA. What's that? Where's that at?
I think it may be in Russia. I do not know.
Oh. We're going to spend some time in Anchorage here and enjoy this winter weather. Hopefully. Have some fun with some short-filled stuff. Alright. I guess I appreciate everyone joining tonight. It's time to go cook some dinner, we believe, so. We'll catch you again possibly tomorrow night if we end up doing Friday Night Ops. It depends. I hear a jet flying somewhere. Ron looks like he just got on the ground. There goes a Felon Nightmare who was in that jet we just heard. Quite a few people around here. It's nice to actually see people again. We've been flying in the middle of nowhere for so long that we haven't seen people. But possibly Friday Night Ops tomorrow, and definitely a Sunday night commercial flight. Get back in the Phoenix. And we'll have to decide where we're going to fly with that. But it won't be necessarily anywhere in Alaska per se. So I guess thanks for joining, and I'll catch you next time.